All right, hello, and welcome back to EXAPUNKS. We have our game on the table, trash world news, constellation, all this wonderful stuff. We're finally at a point where I'm sort of caught up. This episode is the first one coming out from when I was last in here. What is the Tech Blaster modem? Create a hit single. We already did that though. Create a hit single by inserting it into the playlist of multiple radio stations. That we have already done. Why are we still getting? Huh. Well, that's weird. It seems to have forgotten that I did that. But okay. We're going to modify the Sawayama Wonder Disc so it will play games from a different region. Now, I do want to point out, you guys have mentioned a bunch of things that I've been kind of omitting. In particular, I've forgotten to use the Swizzle operator. That is a fantastically interesting operator, and it's one that I was going, bit masking and gross, and it turned out to be a lot simpler than I thought. Okay, Wonder Disc games are restricted by region locks. Why? Big corporate business reasons. Artificial scarcity. You wouldn't want gamers importing titles too easily. The less effort it takes, the less special it is. All right, fair enough. So we need to, so this is the DVD player, the Wonder Disc player, which only plays these region games. We want them to play games from any region. The region code is available in 300. It's not necessary to leave no trace. Oh, okay. So we want to, so this is one that's, I guess, going to operate indefinitely because we want to permanently unlock things. Okay. So we'll go, oh gosh, okay. So we're gonna definitely have to look at the manual because this gives us like no information about what we're actually looking at. Let's take a look. Okay, so Wonder Disc is region locked. Here are the codes. It's locked down in the processor, which is well defended and inaccessible to outside access, like a mountain fortress, but also there's other ways in, like hiding empty sake barrels or crawling in through the drainage ditch. Okay. The flaw is the disk drive itself. It's possible to connect to a debug port, inject one or more X's into the disk controller. Okay, so we connect to the debug port. You can then read the track register to find out which track the Wonder Disc needs you to read from the loaded disk. Grab that file and make a copy of it, replacing the disk's region code with the region code of your Wonder Disc device. When you drop the modified track onto the buffer host, an exit from the reality processor should come out and carry it back to where your X's aren't allowed to go. The drive itself must be unlocked before you can read anything from it. When you're not modding your console, this will happen automatically, but you need to provide that key yourself. Fortunately, yours truly extracted the key with a bottle of hydrofluoric acid and a high-powered microscope, wasting 5 perfectly good Wonder Disc drives. Okay, so there is a key that we maybe have to use, but other than that, it should be a matter of we'll grab a file from track. We find from track which track to read. Grab the file and then copy it, but replace the region code. Okay, so I guess first let's grab 300, and then we'll copy F into X, and then we'll link 800, and then let's just see what happens there. Also, the very helpful hint that if you Alt left click, we will jump ahead right to the instruction, and that is fantastic. That would have been very helpful in prior things. Oh, I suppose we should have no opt or something there. Well, no, we don't need to know. Once we've copied that, we can wipe the file. We'll link 800 and then I guess copy track into X. Oh no, we need to do that whole unlocking the thing itself. Unlock the disk. So right, okay. So this disk reader is locked. This is the thing that we're also not allowed into. But if we throw stuff into the buffer, then they'll come out and grab that file and pull it back in there for us. Okay, so we need to copy a sequence of numbers into auth. Let me grab that sequence from the zine. Let's no op here and jump to it. All right, so there we go. So we can, so we can read the track. We can jump over there, grab the file, read it, replace any instances of this with. All right, so I'm actually struggling here because we only know one of the codes. We only know one of the region codes. We don't know what the region code is that we're going to find in here. So, shoot. I wonder if we can, we'll have to figure out some clever way of doing some comparisons, I guess. So this is not the eventual strategy. Well, let's jump to here, I guess, again. 801, okay. Let's jump into 801. And so we know SSEA, but that's not what the alt click. Oh, label. I'm sorry, not jump. Link We know SSEA, but we don't know the thing that we're actually looking for in the files, which is going to be a problem. SSEC is what happens to be in the files. Oof. Okay. Do they occur more than once? Do they occur? They will occur. I mean, they'll occur in in each of the files. That seems like a nasty way to verify it, though. Because we need to get this text out, and I can't just type SSEC. We need to actually get it. Okay, well, let's see if there's some sort of number comparison we can do. Well, I need to see what's in there. Let's grab file 200, and we'll seek forward by 2. And we will copy F into T. And then we can try a bunch. We can't copy F into T. Let's see. Test F is less than X, and that'll show up in the T register. So let's jump to here. We are seeking forward 2, and then we test. Okay, so X is not less than F because we ended up with a 0 in there. Okay, I'm starting to come up with an idea for this, but I'm not 100% positive. Let's ignore the grabbing file 300 thing because that's not the job of this EXA. Our job is strictly to go over there, get things from the track, and then we're just going to copy file into the M register. We're using the global M register. Yeah, so let's go ahead and create a marker here. Say mark fetch, and then I forget we're linking it. Well, we'll test. I guess we can use the X register now. Let's say mark read, and then oh yeah, no, if we're copying into test into file, and then false jump to read, and then jump to fetch, except we actually have to jump back into here to do that. So this will just go in there, pick up the file, throw the whole thing onto the message, and then well, we need to drop the file and then come back into here to read stuff. Okay. Which I guess no, better yeah, better would be to not do the jumping back and forth, so we could have someone that just sits here and reads the tracks and throws them on the... Well, but then we're using the registers for 2 minutes. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So let's jump to here real quick just so I can check. Okay, it's just -1. So we'll link -1. And that's all that the job is. So that's really... Wait a second. So how do we know when a file is done? If the file is done, when you drop the track into the buffer host, then the EXA will come out and carry the file back. So we need to not put anything into the buffer until we know that it's done. We can do this without doing the replacements pretty easily. Let's just link to 800 and let's see. Oh yeah, no, we need to also send a -1 signal at the end here. So send some sort of end of file, or we'll send a 0. So we'll copy 0 into M, and then we will just go ahead. So we'll say mark read. We'll say copy M into, well, we need to make a file. Yes, okay, I think I have a sense of how to do this. We'll copy M into T, and then we will say false jump to done, otherwise jump to read. Or sorry, true jump to done. Yeah, done, and mark done. We'll also copy copy that, and then copy T into the file. And then done, we need to seek back by 1 and void the last thing we wrote in the file. So that should at least write the file as it exists. Okay, so we're waiting there, going in there, getting this file right enough. What? Nope. What? Oh, sorry, true jump to done. No, wait, yeah, true jump. No. false jump to read. What's wrong with me? All right. Yeah, that should read until we get the 0 signal. So we get that. Of course, I don't know why I'm... What? No, okay. Let's let's jump to here. What do we get? We copy that into T. False jump to read. All right, false jump gets skipped over. What am I doing? True. Yeah. True jump to read. If I had both of the things backwards. Okay, that's fine. Let's jump to here. True jump to read. We go through here. There we go. So we get the 0. We go back. We void it. Now we have the file. It just has the wrong code. Okay, and here we're using T. We're not using X at all. So here is another idea. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Let's seek to -999. We'll seek to the beginning of the file. Yes. Haha. Okay. So now we need to replace. We'll mark replace because we're going to need to create replicants, I think. Okay, looking at the first zine, if we compare a number and a keyword, then, so let's say keyword is less than num is going to be false, and keyword is greater than num is going to be false. But that doesn't get us equality. Oh, man. So we need to test all 3 things. Keyword equals num as well. Ugh. Although if we're assuming that 0 is not a number that's going to be used, then I think we can probably safely omit that case. But okay, so basically we can test if both of those things are false, then we know we have a keyword we need to replace. So we're starting at the beginning of the file, and we'll mark check, and test end of file, jump to check, fail jump to check, or false jump to check. Sorry, false JMP to check. So check, we need to test if file is less than 0, and we'll seek back -1 right away. And let's see, what can we do? Well, I'm assuming that we've already put the new code in our register. Let's go ahead and just do that. Copy 300, or grab 300, copy F into X, drop, well, wipe. Why not? Okay, so that's in our X register. Okay, so let's create a mark is num, right? So if it is a num, then we're just going to seek by 1. We're gonna go ahead by 1, or actually mark is, no, we don't need a mark is num. Yeah, if we get a true value of any kind, then that means we're dealing with a number, and so then we can just go ahead to the next one. Except this whole seek backwards nonsense. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, if it is true, then go to check. Otherwise, go back and test if it is greater than 0, and true jump. If it is, then it's a number as well. Also jump back. I suppose then we could add the additional case of checking for 0. Probably not the worst thing to do. Let's leave it and see if we need to add it. Note, maybe add a 0 check, or an equal check. What? Oh, it doesn't like that now? It used to let me do that. Weird. Okay, must have been a little update. Doesn't like the semicolon for some reason, or the full colon. Okay. So if we're less than 0, then we're a number, skip over this one. If we are greater than 0, then we're a number, skip over this one. If we happen to be equal to 0, then we've broken stuff because we're not handling that case. Otherwise, we know that we do have the keyword, so we will just we will seek backwards by -1, and then we'll copy X into F. Yes. And then test into file. Oh, you know what? EOF check. We can't jump immediately to check in any of in these cases. We need to go EOF check. Jump to EOF check. Okay, and that should do it. That should mean that we've replaced everything in the file because we've identified the numbers. Okay, it's bothering me just for the sake of completeness. Test f equals 0. True jump, EOF check. Yeah, okay, so now we're testing all three. We're making sure that if all of them are false do we fall through to this skipping back one and copying X, overwriting it with our new region code. Okay, so then here now we're done, so we can just link 800 and drop and then link -1. Right. Okay, we're getting kind of crazy. Are we ever using this replace? I don't think we are. Okay, so we're making a file. We've linked to 800. Now we're making a file. All right. So let's go ahead and create a mark here. Reader, I guess. I know. Mark. Rewriter. I don't know. That's fine. Jump to rewriter. Okay, so we go through it, we read the file, we then scroll back to the beginning of the file. Do we have to scroll back to the beginning of the file? I mean, we could do this while we're writing it. There's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason we couldn't. Yeah, we should just do this while we're writing it. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay. Oh, no, we do want to put it at the, because we're using 0 as our end of file marker. So that's fine. Okay, let's run this. This is not going to be, I'm sure this could be done faster. But this does seem to be going through. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this is this seems to be a much slower solution than perhaps they were anticipating. So our size and activity is as expected, but cycles far more than was absolutely necessary. Yeah, let me go ahead and rewrite this real quick just to actually do the checks, and then we can still use this. Yeah, we can still use this. We'll just do that right away. True jump to read. Yeah, except instead of doing true jump to read, we'll do some checks here. If I combine these, I think because we're saving scanning over the file system again. So that should save us a lot of cycles. Okay, so we're actually going to make use of the fact that we can have both a global and a local register here. Because otherwise, I don't see an easy way for us to do this new strategy. What we'll do is we'll flip modes to local and communicate to a third EXA who's just transcribing. And that seems like it should make sense to me. So test equals X equals 0, so we're done. Otherwise, now we have to use the replacement. Yeah, so we don't need to make a file here. We don't need to wipe the file here either. We'll just copy. So if not, then we copy file to M. So let's go ahead and keep this. We'll start this one in local mode, and just around reading here, we'll go mode, and then we'll go mode. So we're gonna flip over to global, grab the thing, and then flip back. And then everything else done here is gonna be done in local. So we'll copy and then seek back one, so that we're using the file as that third register, just to keep that. Otherwise, if we are at write, then we will copy X into M and mark done. Actually, no, we don't even have to worry about done. Yeah, F. Then we can also just jump to write, and then yeah, the third EXA will deal with the end of file 0. We don't have to care about the end of file 0 as being different. So mark done doesn't need to do anything, so we can just jump to read. So this is just doing the rewriting. We can do the actual, yeah, so we don't need to do this end of file check or any of that nonsense. So all this is going through and doing is it's taking the thing, verifying that it's not less than, greater than, or equal to a number, and then if it is, then it's grabbing its own file and using that replacement. And then so the third one needs to listen on local. So we need to start that on there. We'll just link to 800. We'll mark read, and we'll say copy M to F. Let's make a file. copy M to F, and then we'll just say, sorry, copy M to T, and then F jump to done, otherwise jump to read, otherwise copy T into file, otherwise, and then jump to read. So read the whole thing until you have a 0 in your T register, and then mark done is link 800, drop the file, and come back. Okay, so this whole thing, though, is a transcriber, because all it's doing is listening to the local M register, copying everything down, seeing when we get the end of file, and then transcriber. And yeah, okay, so let's see how this goes. So it's got SSEA in its file. Why? Oh, wait. We don't need to copy. Yeah, no bothering copying F to X anymore. In fact, that's going to screw everything up. So let's jump to here. And what are all these things doing? Okay, so now we're throwing stuff on local. We're copying stuff. The third one is copying things. We're putting... Ooh, that didn't seem to go just right, did it? SSEC, SSEA, SSEC. Why are we getting those? We shouldn't be getting those. Oh, because we're seeking... Yeah, okay, so it's echoing both of them when we do that. Seeking -1. Copy F to M. Oh, yeah, we don't want to... Yeah, we don't need to seek -1 there. Because we're not... Yeah, we're not trying to rewrite the file or anything. No, we do want to seek -1 there. For some reason, we're not consuming M? Oh. Haha. Yeah, we're falling into the, hey, just copy it thing right away. Let's just jump to read then. And watching how this goes. Do we get... Yeah, okay, so now there we go. We're getting the actual replacement now. And this seems like it's going correctly. And it does seem like it's at least going a little bit faster than a rather poor attempt. Not crazy faster, though. All right, so it's a little bit faster. A little bit fewer cycles, but not too great. I have to imagine that there has got to be an easier way of checking whether something is a keyword versus a number. You could use the failure case of trying to do math on it, but I have to... I still can't figure out how to go from there to saying, oh, I was expecting... Maybe you could set up timings in some ways. So you go, hey, this exa died, so I'm just going to assume that it was a keyword, and so I'll plug in the keyword value. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do that, but yeah, we'll have to explore that at a later point in time. Let's look and see if there's a cutscene for us. That was a lot of work just to play one game. That's true. Think it will be worth it? We'll see. This is exciting. Time to play. Okay. Let's see, hack and match. Oh gosh, no, another hacking thing. All right, let's get an update from Nivus, who we haven't seen in quite a while.
Got bad news.
Oh no.
The farm was raided.
Oh no.
The cops hauled off the equipment, the sheep, and the pigs, the whole thing.
Awful.
It's a real shame.
Indeed.
It was a lot of work to genetically modify those animals.
I can imagine.
They'd probably get cold too.
Ugh.
Sad.
Sad. Hashtag sad. So that's it then. If there's no more medication, I can't slow the spread of the phage. I'll be finished soon.
This might not be the end of the story though.
Oh?
The people I work with, they're looking to get their hands on the real deal now.
And what's
There's
that?
a shipment going out soon, and let's just say a lot of people with better resources than you or me want these meds. There's gonna be fireworks.
Okay. Nivus pauses for a moment to study my face.
Here's the offer. If you help us grab that shipment,
Ooh.
we'll let you buy some of it. Market price.
How about I just grab it and then use it?
I know it's a lot higher than before, but it's your only choice if you still want it. Your part should be easy too. That is if I understand what you do correctly.
And do you?
Just cut some power. Snip, snip. We'll take care of the rest. I'll send
I
you
can
the
do that.
details. You can decide then.
Okay. See you. Alrighty, so we have got some work cut out for us, but that's something that we will be dealing with in the next episode. I think we're going to probably skip over some of these optional ones, just because I want to make sure that we get through most of these, and we can go back and kind of refine things. But I will see you in the next episode for more of this. Man, I wish I could. There's some easy way to validate Because, yeah, we're about double what some people are able to pull off. There's got to be some easy way to validate whether something is a number or a keyword, but I just can't come up with it. But if you have the answer, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Other than that, I will see you in the next episode. Cheers.